schools. That's in addition to 20 previously announced in 2019. Now, 9 of them are to be constructed under a public-private partnership model. That's where private developers will bid for construction and ongoing maintenance. And the Government Services Minister, James Teitzma, says the ownership or leasing, that'll all get worked out later. Joining us live on 680 CJOB, Sandy Nemeth, the new president of School Boards Manitoba. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're most welcome. Good afternoon to you both.
Sandy, first of all, I think everyone will be happy to hear 2 more vocational high schools and another K-8 are going to be constructed in different parts of Manitoba. Now, the province says all of these 23 schools are to be up and running by 2027, 2 years ahead of schedule. I don't think anyone's going to discount that's good news, but are you concerned about these 9 that are to be built using this P3 model?
Well, it certainly is good news, given the enrollment pressures that many divisions in the province are facing. These schools can't come soon enough, and the fact that there's a plan in place to have them operational and students in desks and in classrooms by 2027 is ahead of schedule is wonderful. To your point, Triple P partnership. This is interesting news for us because it wasn't so long ago that there was quite a big conversation going on, and we haven't quite seen the detail. Well, not quite haven't. We haven't seen any details on exactly what this partnership is going to look like. So that's the next step is what is the partnership going to be around, how long somebody has those schools before they're turned back to the division and what that process will look like.
New schools, but I know your predecessor said we have to really go about fixing the old ones. Is that still job one in your view?
It is. The average age of schools in Manitoba is about 50 years old, and we have many across the province that are older than that. We continue to press government for investments in existing infrastructure, even while we advocate and lobby for new schools. So we're hoping that both of these are going to be, well, the new schools have been addressed, but we're certainly going to continue to press for the money that we need to deal with some existing infrastructure challenges.
Is this enough as far as meeting our population needs? It's one thing to say, oh, we've got, a couple of dozen new schools in the works, but our population in Manitoba terms has really grown in the last few years and will continue on that trajectory.
Yeah, and I like to think that the reason that there are 3 additional schools beyond the 20 that we're committed to is because government realizes that message that school divisions and school boards have been conveying for quite some time are being borne out in the number of students that we've seen even come to some school divisions just since September. And of course, the vocational schools is a perfect opportunity to address the demand for employees that have some technical skills training. So, in the short term, yes. In the long term, I hope so. I'm optimistic, and we'll have to wait and see.
Sandy Nemeth, President, School Boards Manitoba, joining us live here on 680 CJOB.